Today we're making something I absolutely adore for breakfast, or maybe you call it dessert. I don't know, but it's dessert for breakfast, vegan baked oats. I absolutely adore making this because it's so easy. It's 7 ingredients. It comes together fast. And even though I call it baked oats, they're actually not, we don't even require the oven or any special equipment in the kitchen. I know it's a mystery how these are made, but they're not for much longer because I'm going to show you exactly what's involved. And I want you to stay tuned because I'm going to show you 3 variations. We've got chocolate chip, we've got this fudgy peanut butter mixture, and blueberry bliss. So I'm so excited. I think you're going to enjoy making these. And so let's get to it. I have a 1 1/4 cups of instant oats. So this is the trick that's different from my site, because on the site I actually show making this in the food processor, but we're going to leave the food processor out because, we want this to be easy. Sometimes you want cooking to be easy. Cooking should be easy. That's right. So 1 1/4 cup of instant oats. And to that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. That's going to give it some nice fluffy texture, and a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm just going to stir that all together just so we get it mixed enough. Okay, now here's where things get interesting. I'm going to add a banana. I know you may be thinking, like, how are you going to add a banana to this? But I'm going to show you. It's pretty easy. Just place it right in the center. It does help if you have a night. I mean, my gosh, we've got some gorgeous bananas right now, don't you think? Yeah. And so having some ripe bananas that are really easy to mash, that makes a big difference. So I just get a nice little fork and get in there in the bowl and just use your fork to kind of mash it up. Now, of course, if you want to do this in the food processor, you just throw all these ingredients in and pulse it for a few times. But talk about easy cleanup. It's really easy to make it like this. And then, you're ready to go. So you don't have to, you worry about the consistency that works best for you. Some people really love having these chunks of banana in here, and some people want the texture of the banana to be a little bit more minced or pulverized, I guess you would say. So I think you should just go with whatever works best for you. I like leaving some chunks in there. I'm kind of personally a banana girl. I love bananas. So having some banana chunks in there is pretty nice. Okay, to that, we're going to add, this is 3/4 cup of almond milk. You can use whatever plant-based milk you have on hand. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of nut butter. Here, actually, this is cashew butter, but you could use almond butter, you could use peanut butter. And if you have a nut situation, you don't want to have nuts in your diet, you can absolutely use sun butter. That works just fine. Okay, or tahini would be great in here as well. And I've got 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. So between the banana and the maple syrup, that's it. That's all we need for the sweetener in this. Can you believe that? That's why I think it's just such a healthy, wholesome option. So now I'm just going to give this a stir. And as the liquid ingredients come in here, that's when you can even mash up these bananas just a little bit more. It just gets a little bit easier when you've got some more liquid ingredients in here. Now, I like to just make this as my base, my foundation, and then we'll add the add-ons once we get them into the ramekins. So I've got these 3 ramekins here. I know who does the recipe that's a batch for 3. 4 would be a better number, but it is what it is. This is what we got. Just pour it directly into the ramekin here. Try to get it as evenly as possible so they're all about the same. And then there we go. Now, I said try to make them all the same, and I think I got these just a little bit different. I'm going to get a little bit from there and pour it in there. Okay, one of these we're going to do chocolate chips. So I'm just going to pour some chocolate chips on top, and what I like to do is just get my fork and just kind of stir it up a little bit. That way you got not only chocolate chips on top, but chocolate chips around the edges. That's so good. This one is going to be my chocolate peanut butter fudge, and what I have here is I'd say around a tablespoon of chocolate protein powder and around a teaspoon of cocoa powder. Did I say cocoa powder twice? That's chocolate protein powder. And then with that, I have cocoa powder. I just think it gives it an extra fudgy burst, I guess is the way I would describe it. Extra flavor. That's what we're after. So just give that a stir. Now, what I like to do, because I just adore peanut butter with everything. So I just get a spoonful peanut butter here and just drizzle it over the top. Look at that. And then I'll do the same thing. I kind of let that, just use the spoon to kind of dive in there a little bit. And then finally, let's do the blueberry, I can't say it, blueberry bliss. That's a mouthful. And what I have here is probably a couple tablespoons of, let's see, that's probably a couple tablespoons of frozen blueberries. And we're just going to put those right on top with the juice. That's all good. And the same thing, I'm just going to use the spatula to kind of have some of them pressed down in there and let the rest of it be on top. That way you get some blueberry flavor throughout. Now, these are going to go in the microwave. If you really would rather bake these, that's absolutely fine. Go ahead and bake them. Bake them at 350 for probably around 10 minutes, not very long. And because they're maybe 10 to 15 minutes, because they're more like cupcakes than they are anything. So these are going to go in the microwave. I put all three of them in there and I cook them anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, because when you have three things in the microwave, it takes a little bit longer to cook. That's all there is to it. So if you wanted to cook one at a time, I probably would cook them for a minute and a half each, and then make sure you check them, about a minute, a little after a minute, and then make sure they're not overcooking, because you don't want them to get too firm, but you also don't want to leave them soggy. And if you don't cook them all the way, they kind of sink in the middle. So we don't want that. So yeah, this is the bomb of a recipe. Now you might ask the question, can I make these ahead of time? And that's another thing I love about this. You can do this mixture, put it in the fridge, get up in the morning, and then throw it in the microwave, and you're ready to have something just fresh and delicious. Also, you can just make them ahead and just refrigerate them already done. So then you can pop them in the microwave just to heat them up before you serve them, eat them cold, however you want to do it. But this one's calling my name. This is the chocolate fudge with with the peanut butter. Oh man, look at that. Can you see that? That is so good. Mm. That tastes like a brownie with a little bit of banana flavor to it. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Mm. You know what? This would be really good with some walnuts in there as well, because it kind of actually has a chocolatey banana bread vibe to it. Wow, that's good. I get to try three today, so let's try the blueberry bliss. Clean up my spoon a little bit better. Mmm. Look at that. Look inside there. That looks so good. Look at that bite. It's just covered in blueberries. Mmm. Oh, so good. Mmm. Mmm. Delicious. I can taste the cinnamon combined with the blueberries. You know what you could do? You could add some brown sugar on top and maybe make it kind of like a crumble. So it would be a blueberry crumble, vegan baked oats bliss. That would be so good. I mean, that's good just the way it is, but I'm just, daydreaming with you here. And then this one, I don't know what I call this one. This is, I think maybe I'd call it the chunky monkey, Sean says. Yeah, I like it. That's good. Look at that. Lots of chocolate chips in every bite. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. That might be my favorite one. Mm. I think my favorite one is the one I just had. I love them all so much. Oh, that is so good. I could eat this for sure for dessert. I mean, that is really good. It tastes like an oatmeal cookie with chocolate chips throughout it. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I cannot wait to keep eating this. It's so good. But yeah, I'll try to exert some self-control here. Yes, I'm so excited for you to try this recipe. I would love to hear from you. Like, leave a comment and tell me, like, which one are you gonna try, and maybe what are some add-ins that you want to try with your version of vegan baked oats. I can't wait to hear from you. I'm so excited. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today in the kitchen. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to sharing more plant-based recipes with you soon. So if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more recipes coming your way every week. Yeah, this one deserves another bite for sure. Mm.